crack something open because Misfit doesn't drink much anymore. Brother shouldn't drink anymore. Tay was wine or strawberry. He does. I don't drink much before anyways. Jesus Christ. I'll be doing some drinking this weekend. Shy, okay. Before I continue on, all right, and I'm sorry for anyone that is really invested right now. Shy was given a schedule this week alone from Sunday to next Sunday will be, I believe, just shy of 90 hours. Her last paycheck, all right, she worked 140 hours on her last paycheck. That is 3.5 weeks worth of work in 2 weeks. They docked her pay. She was originally signed on to do $15 an hour. They took her down to like $12.29 or whatever. So she lost $350 on top of the taxes that got taken out, which ended up being somewhere around $500 difference between what she was supposed to get paid and what she got paid. Yeah, so that's a fun little thing that we're dealing with. Yay, corporate America. Gotta love it. You know, I mean, they already pay her a shift differential. Normally, when you work a night shift, they pay you more. No, she gets paid $4 less to do the overnights because they're a sleep shift where she's still awake checking on her residents. Explain to me how the fuck that works. It is bullshit. And in the state of Wisconsin, if your employer does not notify you that you will be doing a pay change, right, especially a decrease in it, damn it, you can actually take them to court. So we went back through her messages. The messages that she has currently never stated anything about a pay change. And she didn't realize it on her last check, but she realized it on this check, that something seemed off compared to our calculations and what she was given. So now she's going to request her contracts that she signed to see if anything in there stated a pay change, because she was hired on to make $15 an hour, right? Which for a lot of people may not seem like much, but when you are living paycheck to paycheck and you're working 140 fucking hours in 2 weeks, that $3 difference is a fucking huge difference. Come here, let's go. Turn around. I want to fight you. Ha! Hopefully have a good lawyer. I will find one. I've helped a few of my friends get decent lawyers for various things, so I'm pretty sure I can find one if necessary. I told her that if they're unwilling to put her back on what she was getting paid, tell them you can find someone else that'll put in 3.5 weeks worth of work in 2 weeks. Because she covers shifts like crazy for people. She is working every single day this week. 12 to 15 hour shifts. And people would say, well, you know, Beagle, why don't you fucking go out and work? Because we can't afford to pay $1,000 per kid to get put into daycare. Because that's what we're being charged in our area right now for the local daycare is $1,000 per kid per month. That's $2,000 a month. If the average, you know, if you're averaging $500 a week, which for our area, yes, $500 a week is about the average, you're literally working to pay to put your kids in daycare. So I stay home and take care of the kids all day. I let Shy sleep before she goes and, you know, works her shift or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Bastard! I am a bastard though. That's okay. Happy to be one. Out of service. We're still gonna try anyways. Oh no! Yeah, it's basically you can't go this way. Before someone says, you didn't go the other way. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's fight. Let's get it on. Fighting these guys is good to get your additions taken care of and whatnots. Dang it. So yeah, there's my rant for the night. My rant about how places claim they care about people and they really fucking don't. Alright, a little bit more of a rant here. When she was hired on, they told her, we do our best to make sure people don't get more than 5 hours overtime. She had almost 60 hours of overtime. Between her day shift and night shift for this place, because people weren't showing up to work or decided to go on vacation, whatever, and she was covering shifts to just help keep this place going. Almost 60 hours in overtime in a 2-week time period. If you don't think that corporations will use the fuck out of you, they will. Even a corporation or a business that is all about taking care of individuals who require assistance, they will burn you out so fucking hard. So yeah. And her end pay, because she does get paid $4 less. Well, it's $4 less now. Before, it was $7 less to work the overnight. Her ending pay after doing 140 fucking hours, right? 80 regular hours and almost 60 overtime hours. After taxes, $1,700. That's what she got paid. So when I hear people going out saying, hey, you know, work in this industry, work in that industry, you got to get better, you got to do more. No, like she especially puts in more hours than she ever fucking should. And she gets paid bullshit for it. Yeah, it was $1,700 after 140 fucking hours. And if she would have gotten paid the $15 an hour that she was supposed to, and I have it written down right here, before taxes getting taken out, she would have been at $2,200 an hour, or $2,200 for that paycheck before taxes. So after taxes, she would have been somewhere around the $2,000 marker, $1,900-ish. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks a lot of fucking donkey dick. But she does it because I've spent so much time applying for jobs and I never get callbacks, even though I have multiple fucking college degrees. I've worked in multiple different areas. Unless a friend of mine speaks on my behalf, I never get the call back. I never get the fucking interview. So I've basically just given up trying. So this is my job. This is it. I actually applied to places over the last weekend, and have heard absolutely nothing. And then I ran into an article talking about some studies that were done involving Indeed.com, and one of the things that they were looking into is having multiple people apply to the same company for the same position, and then tallying up how many of them were actually, called back. 100 people applied to the exact same position for the exact same company. None of them got a call back. So either the ad on Indeed was false, they didn't need the help, or all 100 people were underqualified, which I extremely doubt, considering that all these places are claiming that they need workers, and it wasn't anything like crazy. It was just manufacturing. Or maybe, no, that was the warehouse position one, where you're like going in as entry level. So I don't know. Someone make it make sense, because my brain apparently can't compute it. Otherwise, I'd definitely be working to take more of the burden off Shy, because she shouldn't be getting railed the way she is. Like, she isn't even getting railed in a fun way. You know what I mean?